Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Dan. Happy New Year, and welcome to 2026, as well as welcome to the Story Grind, a show where we study storytelling so we can become better storytellers. So this episode is a little different. With the new year and a new season, I wanted to do a new series. I still have Story Grind episodes in the works, but this series I'm calling Behind the Scenes. The idea came to me because I thought it would be really cool to show people the process of making a comic from the beginning to the end and following along on that journey. So I also thought this would be really cool as a way to keep myself accountable by doing like weekly check-ins, doing a short little video and saying like, hey, this is the progress I've made so far. And then at the end, having a comic that I can share with everyone. I thought that would be, I thought it'd be cool to kind of follow along and watch that. I mean, I would watch that. So this series, this behind the scenes series, will be more of a vlog type show where I do weekly check-ins on what I've managed to accomplish during the week, along with like the frustrations and the small victories along the way. I might even be able to do some live streams throughout the week where people can join in and comment as I draw. Something I've been sort of live streaming is something I've been playing with a little bit more lately. So I think that might be something I can work in. I don't know. We'll see how that works though. So since this is the first official behind the scenes episode, let me kind of tell you where I'm at in my comic making right now, so we can all be on the same page. So I've been working on a comic called Dreamborn, where I've been posting up pages over on Substack every Monday. But there's a problem. The story is, well, it's a fantasy story for kids, but also for grown-ups too. And that's been my biggest sort of snag with that story, because it can't really be both, can it? So I tried to tell myself that superhero comics are for like both kids and adults, but I think there's really a nostalgia factor there that my story doesn't have. So now I think I figured out a way to solve the issue, but that's by making it more of a kid's story. The problem with that is I don't really write kids' stories in any of my other work. So I'm pretty much entrenched in I typically write stuff in like the sci-fi horror thriller genre. So it kind of really just doesn't fit with my overall body of work. So what I decided to do is shelve Dreamborn again, which kind of sucks because the entire script is written. It's like 6 issues long. All 6 issues are laid out in Clip Studio Paint. They're all lettered. It's like 140 some pages or something like that. 100, maybe 112. So all of these pages are laid out, lettered, and I've penciled the first 32 pages. And now I'm like, you know what? I don't think this really fits with what I'm doing. I gotta put it back in a drawer, which has happened quite a few times with the Dreamborn, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad I've kind of come to this decision, because it would be worse to kind of do those 100+ pages and then present it and not really have an audience for it. That would really suck. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing and drawing something a little bit more on brand. Luckily, I was able to write a new script pretty quickly and create actually a very new strategy for me. And I kind of want to share this with you to get your take on it as well. So one of the big frustrations I had with Dreamborn is that it would take me forever to finish that 6-issue story, right? Especially like when I'm writing, drawing, lettering, coloring by myself. It's different when you have like a team of people behind you, but for one individual, that's going to take years. And that was really frustrating to me, to be working on something for so long before people could really see it. So I thought of a way around this. So with this new project, I've decided this comic would actually be standalone issues. 1 issue, 1 story, and that's it. But each standalone story would take place in a sort of shared universe with the other stories that I've been writing. That way, when I finish an issue, I can like print it up, I can give it away or sell it right away, and slowly build up a body of work that can be collected maybe into like a trade. Second, this horror universe is actually one that I've already started writing about in my novels and short stories. So the comic stuff will be actually sort of a visual component of those stories. Not exactly a one-to-one translation of those stories, but sort of small little stories that happen in that universe, maybe like supporting characters from the novel or short stories featured in a comic, or maybe characters that aren't related at all in the novels, So the idea is just to kind of take a little magnifying glass to a small part of this sort of world that I've built, and look at the characters within it and see how they interact with this sort of horror environment that I've created. I think for some reason, that's really exciting to me. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully you'll find it just as enjoyable. So for now, if you're following along on Substack, I'll keep posting Dreamborn pages. I think I've released the first 24 so far, and I have maybe 12 more to show. That will give me like a bit of a buffer as I start creating this new comic. So what is this new comic that I'm working on? It's called MothLight, and it's part of the Scarland series that I've been writing. The script is finished, and I've sent it out to my critique group and gotten some really great feedback from everyone. I've drawn some rough thumbnails at this point, and my next steps are to actually lay the pages out digitally in Clip Studio Paint. My goal is to have MothLight done, and by done I mean printed and like in a physical mini comic form that I can hand out. I plan to have that done by March 5th, and right now it's like the second week of January, so that's going to be tight, but I think I can get it done, so we'll see. But March 5th is when Emerald City Comic Con happens, and I thought this is sort of a great sort of deadline to give myself so I can actually hand this out to people and give it away, and just as a sort of a celebration and as a way to share it with other people of all the hard work that I've done. So if you're interested in following along and seeing if I hit that goal, like, follow, and subscribe here, and or check out the Substack. Like I said, it'll take a few weeks before I start publishing the work in progress pages on Substack. But that's it for now. I'll be back in a week to tell you how much work I did or didn't do. Hopefully the pressure of that deadline will get me to keep working and keep cranking out pages in a world that I'm actually really excited about and really excited to draw. So, all right, that's it for this episode of Story Grind Behind the Scenes. I hope to see you next week, and stay tuned for a new episode of Story Grind coming out at the end of this month. As a little tip, you'll see the next few episodes of Story Grind are going to be focused on one-issue stories. So that's as a way to like kind of help hype me up for this one, as well as like do good research and make sure my story is as best as that it can be. Studying other people, the way other people have done it, is always like a proven technique, right? So, but that's all I've got for you for now. Thanks so much. Take care, and I will see you next week.